seem to have the quest on the edge of the village here. Hopefully it's something simple. A lot of these first season quests seem to be pretty straightforward, which is a nice change. That didn't used to be the case. There was no real consideration for how far you'd progress in the game. All right, what can we help you with? Whoa. Okay, I didn't actually see. Oh. Okay. He just wanted some money. We just got money from that last quest, so that's fine. Okay, pigs. This village has pigs. Just to look at the cost. 11.25 for a piglet. 22.50 for an adult. 22.50. And you definitely would want to get male and female. You know, and then if we talk to Irma here and we look at her wares, animal feed, 30 per unit. Definitely something we want to create pretty quickly. Okay, so this is talking about the flirting system. So to find a wife, you flirt with one of the female travelers or inhabitants of the appropriate age. They must be at least 18 and be no more than 10-year age difference. You go through a small talk phase, then you'll have to figure out what type of personality your future spouse possesses and how best to flirt with her. You'll be able to propose when you reach a rating of 100 affection. When your proposal is accepted, you become married and your new wife moves in with you. So it's the same process that happens in the background for your villagers. You know, they build up relationships with each other, and then eventually as their relationships get high enough, they move in together. The wife can provide you with an heir. She is also the only one who can reset your skills. So we talked about that in, I think, the first or second video. It's just kind of an important utility that your wife provides. And then apart from that, your wife can provide you with special status update of your settlement and do some small favors like informing the herald of the completed challenge and traveling to Castilian to pay taxes and debts. I don't think that was a thing before. That's actually really nice. But watch out, the affection level of your wife will deplete over time if you don't care for her, and she may refuse to be helped or even leave you. Okay, so that's like the improved flirting system. Let's see if we... Okay, I messed up on that before. So they're too young, which we can see on her. She has really good skills for hunting. So if we wanted someone in our village to be a hunter, in fact, that's good. How old is she? 22? She might actually be the next person we try and recruit, because I typically try and get a hunter for our second villager. So I guess we didn't get a survival character for our first, so I may have to change it up and do a survival character. But yeah, that's good to know that there's a hunter here. I'll have to try to remember that. All right, so we're going to get back to our village. Come on. There we go. You can see it's a little bit of a different environment here. Not too different. This is kind of similar to where our house is. Some of the villages to the south, I guess, of our house. They're more of an alpine setting. It's kind of cool. There's a nice big lake up there. And so it's a pretty different environment. It's kind of interesting. Consult the map one more time here. All right, so we're going to kind of basically go straight. All right. So we'll need to go back and make some firewood for our new villager. And we'll also need to go secure some more food. Our food problems will start to go away as we start farming a little bit more, but also going to have to decide what to do with him as a job. I was definitely planning to have him chop wood. We still could. He just won't be super effective at it. So definitely a consideration. It's the biggest need. So he may just have to be inefficient at his job for a while until we have need of a farmer. Out of energy. And that is actually our town. It is starting to grow, huh? We got the 2 houses and the 2 resource storages. Starting to make a little bit of an impact on the map here. Alright, so he needs some firewood. Let's chop down some trees here. Nice. Got a maple. Get us a good chunk of tree. Firewood is also smaller, weight-wise, than the tree logs themselves. Oh, and we have increased carry, too. I forgot about that. So we do have increased capacity to carry stuff. That will help a little bit. You can see 6 logs just barely, actually 7 logs, we're at 7 logs, barely encumbers us. So handcrafting firewood, we will make 6 stacks of it, and I think it's 4 per. Yeah, 4 firewood per, so that'll give us a good chunk. Meet one of his other needs. Our encumbrance is going down just barely. So we'll go drop firewood in resource storage. Slowly. We can't sprint because we're encumbered. It can take a long time to walk here. If he's not here by the time this season ends, it should automatically move him here. Alright, so firewood, we'll put that in there. Drop the logs, sticks, fur, feather. Oh, we have more meat because of the rabbits. That's right, so we can go cook up some more meat. We're gonna eat. Careful not to eat the raw meat. 6 food. That will be over full. Won't waste that. Let's double check. There should be food in here. Oh, there's raw meat and only 1 roasted. Oh wait, that was our bag. Reading the wrong side. There's 1 roasted. 1, okay. So there's not a lot of food. Did he already move some into his hut? No? Okay. Maybe just already allocated some. Oh, we also got a rabbit here. Help us a little bit more. Grab some water and then we will cook up some meat. I do like having a water source near wherever we build. What was that? I just heard something like grunt. I do like having a water source near wherever you build, whether it's the big river or a little creek or something or a lake. Since you do have to go and drink often, it's really nice to have some way to be able to get water really easily, because you'll have to do it often. Get our meat cooked up here. It looks like we do have the next chapter of Alwyn's story available, so we can always run back there. We have to go talk to the Castilian anyways to continue that quest. If it's the same as before, we'll have to then go to a village down to the south and help them collect lumber to build palisade walls. We'll go ahead and drop all this food in here, and then we'll go get some more. All right. Is he on his way still? In theory, it looks like he's still up in that village. I don't know why. Maybe it just hasn't updated. Okay. So he no longer has any needs. That's good. We need to figure out what we want to do with him, though. He does have good mining skills. So we could get him collecting, like, stone and stuff like that. He has good farming. And he has good craftsmanship skills. Okay. And terrible survival, terrible hunting. I think we still start with a logging shed. It's just too useful to have in the beginning. So I've purposely been kind of avoiding chopping over in this direction because I wanted to put the logging shed over here. So we will put it like right in here, I think. Yeah, this is a nice open spot in the middle of a bunch of trees. So extraction, woodshed. We need 6 logs. All right, that means 2 spruce trees. If there's a skill for getting an additional log per tree, I would take that in a heartbeat. Something about being efficient in how you, like, chop down trees or something. Or how you harvest them. What's the other one? The main reason I want to do this is because we can only build 1 more structure right now until we get to the next level in our what do you call it? Next level in the game, I guess. I don't know what to call it other than that. That'll work. All right, and then we need 1 log, straw, and a log. We need 2 more logs. So birch tree and straw. Oh. I really wish I could just chop them as they're falling. And then we will need to build him some axes. There it is. Log. And a log. And then we'll go get some straw from our storage set over here. He probably won't like this job very much, but that's okay. Not everything's perfect. We actually have 2 stone in here, so we can immediately make an axe for him as well. We'll want more, but at least get 1 made. But actually say we could make 2. No. Okay. Open. We don't need the hoe right now. For these feathers or these fur. Yeah. Run back over here. And we will finish off our extraction shed. All right. Our wood shed is now built. You can see it has its own chest right here. Nice thing is as he harvests lumber, instead of depositing into this chest and having us have to move it, it will automatically deposit into our resource storage. And then this carpenter's rack right here, you can see we can make firewood or we can make planks. So we are going to move back over here where we're away from possible attacks of boars, hopefully. I can look at some stuff. I'm definitely going to need to build a workshop soon. It's driving me crazy that we have all this like free logs sitting around. Okay, so if we go into our... Oh, we have a skill. Do that really quick. Builder durability loss of hammers is slower, or upgrading house walls for better insulation. Let's see, crafting expert. Just want to see what we could get long term. Faster building. Okay. I think we're going to take this because it's unique. Let us upgrade walls. And then we will take faster crafting in the tavern. We're going to build that pretty fast, and it's not uncommon that I help catch up in the cooking. And cooking can be a little slow. Okay, so what I want to look at, we are going to go here to extraction. And you see this is saying we have no workers. So we're going to assign. Oh, that's actually good. The skill here is extraction, not survival. I thought it was survival. So that's perfect. He's actually really good at this. So we've assigned him profession of lumberjack, and he's got a skill of 3. 3 is the highest that I typically ever see on a worker. So that's really good news. The other thing that we're going to look at here, and this is not very straightforward, you'll see here that we have the production queue. So this is going to show for every single building that we have. And every single building, you'll see all the possible recipes that you have listed. And we will assign a work quotient to each one of those to show how much we want him to focus. So we're going to say focus 25% of your effort on firewood. So per day, he's going to generate 7.5. That's actually not going to be enough. We're going to focus 40%. He'll generate 12 per 1 day. That might be a good number. We're going to focus another 40% on logs. Okay. That'll generate 24 in 1 day. That's amazing. I hope we actually get that. And then we're going to focus the remaining 20% on sticks. That'll generate 18 sticks a day. In fact, we're going to put another 5% into firewood. I want to start building up that firewood for winter. All right. Oh, okay. Because he's going to use logs for firewood. So we're net going to produce in 1 day, really 54 firewood, 13 sticks and 10. Okay, we're going to change this around a little bit. And we're going to make this, let's try that. How's that look? Produce 19.5 logs, 13.5 sticks, and 42 firewood. We'll do that for now, and we'll see how it goes. That's pretty solid, though. And then we are going to craft a couple more axes. Because we don't have anybody crafting them right now. So it's just going to be whatever we have available for him. And I don't want him to not work because he runs out of axes. Early on, rocks can be a little bit of a pain to try and find. Eventually, you can have someone gather them. But the only reason they're kind of a pain is because they've made them blend in really well to the ground. So you don't necessarily see them. Here's our little field here, off to the side. What are we at for sticks? 49.50. Okay, that'll let us make 5 axes. Now we just need stones. Some of the stones are a little weird, like, because they're just bigger rocks sticking out of the ground. Collecting a few of these so we have them. So sometimes it's a little hard to tell, you know, what, is this the anti-poison one? Let me double check. That's health, and that's poisoning, yeah. Okay. So yeah, the broadleaf plantain is like essentially a healing potion. And the St. John's wort is anti-poison. And they're seasonal, so, you know, you kind of can only gather them at certain times. I do find it's easier to find stones down here by the river, just because, oh, there's nothing. To me, they stick out a little bit more within the, what do you call it? Within the natural kind of environment, I guess. They're a little harder to see when you get into the more heavily forested areas. And like these are not stones that you can grab. Maybe you can harvest them with a pickaxe. Like this one right here, for example. It's not actually a stone. This one is. This is just sticking out of the ground. So that doesn't really... There's an extra stone. We'll grab it. Doesn't really help us, even though it looks like it's a small little stone. Just trying to grab it. Another one that faked me out. Trying to grab a couple of extras here while we're at it. Alright, so I think... Oh, there's an extra stone right there. I think we probably got enough. We got 17 stones. Like we should have even numbers. There we go. And we are going to craft 5 axes. And that should set him for quite a while. You know, per day it looks like he's going to go through about 20 durability, so 5 axes should actually set him through the rest of the season. Like I say, eventually we'll have someone working at a workshop and they will just produce things like axes that are used by our villagers, and we won't have to do it anymore. It'll just be automatic. Looks like we've got a rabbit. We'll have to build a new rabbit trap. Do we have enough? Nope. We do not. I think it's like 10, maybe. There we go. Yep, 10-6. All right, and we'll go drop off. Oh, that's our fire going. Has he made it back yet? No. I guess he was moving a long ways. He might be kind of bugged. He might not show up until like next season. I don't know. He'll get here eventually. Let's get our axes. Occasionally, it seems like even when they're not in the area, they still end up, technically this is not food, so we'll put it in here. They still end up managing to make it, like still produce stuff. So it's a little weird, but it seems to still work sometimes. Right, let's just craft up this one piece of meat that we have. All right, so I think that about does it for today's episode. We got a couple of quests to turn in over here. We got one more down here, one more up here. I believe the next location that we're going to have to go as far as that main storyline quest is going to be up here to Denica. I could be wrong, but I think this is where we go and build the palisade walls. Apparently we have more skills. Hunting. Okay. Study your aim with ranged weapons. Hunting knowledge. We'll just take more XP. We'll accelerate that. And then tracking animals. That'll be handy. And faster movement while sneaking. I'm not very good at sneaking. I'm never good at sneaking in the games that I play. But yeah, so we'll pick up next time with those quests. We only have, it looks like 1 or 2 days left in the season. So we want to keep going on this quest because right now we're at our building cap. So we're not going to be able to build any more buildings. So that's definitely something that we need to keep in mind. Hence, we do have a couple of technologies that we could pick up. Bow. Flower. Daub. This dab is how we insulate the walls. It requires like goose poop. So takes a little while to get there. Unless they've changed it. I hope they've changed it. And then workshop bucket seems to be a common quest, so we gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, so we will definitely want to keep progressing the story because that story is how we're going to move forward and increase our ability to manage. So that increased ability to manage will get us more buildings, and those more buildings will increase our ability to add more villagers. So, you know, we're basically as big as we can get right now without progressing the story. But we have, oh, you wanna wander in here? You think you can just walk into my town? You might be able to run away from it, though. Aha. So yeah, we're at our cap currently until we can increase our number of buildings that we can have. We're kind of as big as we can get. So progressing the story is going to be our next primary focus, and we will pick up with that next time. Thank all of you that have watched today. Please remember, if you liked the video, to like and subscribe, and that way you'll get updates. Well, you got to press the little bell too on YouTube because they've changed it, but that will let you get updates on future videos as they are posted. You can also find me over on Facebook at Jaffner09, and we've been streaming over on Twitch doing Going Medieval, which is another early access game on Steam, and we'll probably be doing that for the next couple of weeks unless they lift the NDA on Age of Empires 4 and I can start streaming the closed beta of that. I don't think it will happen, but one can hope. Anyways, hope you all have a good day.